Thank you, Mayor Harris. I just wanted to remind the council that a week from Friday on the 23rd of July, the City of Big Bear Lake will be hosting the Desert Mountain Division of the League of California Cities at Northwoods. Mayor Harris will be making the opening remarks, and the entire council is invited to attend.
Very good. Thank you. And I have no comments for tonight. Now we move to public communications. This is a time for the public to speak on items not on the agenda and within the jurisdiction of the city. We are limited to a 3-minute maximum time limit, and we will call the first card Alan Nielsen. Nope, you want Jamie first. All right. Jamie Nordine.
Good evening, City Council members and the citizens of Big Bear Lake. My name is Jamie Nordine. I've been a full-time resident of Big Bear Lake for 19 years. I own 2 successful businesses and own 4 parcels. I'm here tonight to voice my concerns regarding the current political environment that seems to disregard public opinion. I'd like to start off with the mayor's comments from the last City Council meeting. Mayor Harris referred to the citizens of Big Bear Lake as having NIMBY attitudes. I didn't really understand what NIMBY meant at the time, but after I researched it a little bit, I came up to understand that it means not in my backyard. Well, not in my backyard. I think as voting citizens, we all have a right to express our opinions, even if they're NIMBY. For example, the city of Big Bear Lake is required by the state of California to develop a specific number of low-income housing units. This mandate started many years ago, yet not one unit has been built, even though the coffers had to have money from the most recent construction. Poor planning and job performance by both the City Planning Commission and the City Council have left the citizens with few other options than to build large tenement projects. The key word here is few options, not the only options. We NIMBY-minded citizens require our City Council to explore the other few options there are. Due to the city's lack of consideration of the public, I believe that this behavior has been adopted by some city employees, especially code compliance. I understand that in the recent past, code compliance has been accused of such things as making up codes and intimidating local citizens through the use of their badge of authority. As many of you know, I am an active member of this community. One of my passions is scouting. I have the pleasure of sponsoring all of the scouts, a Boy Scout troop, Girl Scouts, Venture Scouts, and a Cub Scout troop. On the 4th of July, my Boy Scout troop got permission from the president of the First Mountain Bank to take donations for parking. Great fundraiser. During the course of the day, a code-compliant officer arrived and tried to intimidate the troop into leaving. He claimed that it was a public parking lot, which it's not. He claimed that they might need an environmental impact report, which they don't. And when the troop did not leave, they were told by the officer that he was going to check the legality of their presence. Well, I'm glad that I've taken this opportunity to become more active in the city council meetings, and I encourage more of my fellow NIMBY-minded citizens to join me on the road of change. Thank you.
You know, we all recognize that the issues that were addressed are emotional ones, and we recognize that, but it is not the practice of this council to have applause after any of the kinds of statements that are for or against. We do recognize people for their service to our city in whatever way it is, but I would appreciate if we maintain the decorum in the chambers that we're accustomed to. And the next would be Alan Nielsen.
Thank you very much for allowing me to speak tonight. My name is Alan Nielsen, and I am the Scoutmaster, Troop 49, Big Bear. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Jack Briner for the First Mountain Bank for allowing us to use his parking lot for a very successful fundraiser. Next, I would like to thank all the businesses in the area, including those on Pine Knot and Village Drive, for supporting our troop in these difficult times. More than 12 scouts helped with the activity and allowed 6 young men to earn the final money they needed to go to camp this year in the next 2 weeks. Also, Connolly Pumping donated 4 porta potties, allowing additional clean restrooms in the area. We had a sign stated "for women only" on 3 of them, which included festive holiday decorations and a hand cleaning station for the ladies. The boys cleaned the porta potties after each use. I know this was a nice convenience to those in need. No waiting lines and much appreciation of cleanliness. As scouts, we are welcome sights to any visitor in any land. This is the 100th anniversary of scouting in America. The program started in England with one unknown boy taking a visitor from America, lost in a thick London fog, to his destination. When they arrived safely, the elderly gentleman offered to compensate the young man, but the scout refused, and he said that he could not because he was doing his good deed for the day. The rest of it is our history, even until today. As a nonprofit service group of youth in our valley, the only way most of our boys are able to go on activities is by fundraising, donations for the boys, and the boys that are 10 to 13 are not able to work because of schools don't allow it. They won't give permits until they're at least 14 years old, and that's limited. As far as the city, when I see all your titles out there, I think they're wonderful titles. And a lot of you I know personally, and I also can say that as mayor